Robin Roberts and Michael Strahan tell people the devastation in Los Angeles takes your breath away, but the residents' hope and resilience is even more powerful. Robin Roberts and Michael Strahan had a midnight wake-up call on Friday, January 17, to broadcast live on Good Morning America from Los Angeles amid the ongoing devastation from the wildfires. From the time they landed in LA on Thursday afternoon, Roberts, 64, tells POPLE they went right out to Altadena to spend time with families, whose stories they would be spotlighting on the Friday broadcast. As soon as I landed, I was hearing from family and friends back on the East Coast. Have you seen it yet? Is it as bad as it seems on TV? And when you're looking at it, and I've been in the war zones and all that, it's like, wow. It just takes your breath away, she says. It looked worse than it does on TV. My producer, my executive producer, who was with me in Kiev in Ukraine, right after the start of that war, she said, be prepared. It's worse than that, Roberts recalls. I'm like, no, it can't be. And yes, it was. Strahan, 53, who is in LA every weekend for NFL coverage, agrees, admitting the city felt different right away. There's a little sadness, there's still some fear, but there's also a lot of hope and resilience, and you can feel everybody pulling together. During the broadcast, which expanded ABC News' Sokol Strong coverage, Strahan and Roberts highlighted several of the communities that were impacted by the wildfires that began on January 7, particularly in the Altadena neighborhood. Roberts says the Jenkins family, who go back generations in the area, lost 9 homes amongst all of their family members in the fires. What really strikes me about that family and the others I've met, their genuine strength, she says. They're like, we're rebuilding. We're not going anywhere, Strahan adds. And just hearing that was like, wow. It just shows the strength, the positivity, and resilience of the people and the community. The GMA co-anchors also met Walt, an 83-year-old Altadena resident whose tear-filled interview on Big Talk went viral last week as he broke down over all he'd lost. Roberts said as she hopes the coverage will help viewers realize that it's okay to ask for help like Walter did. A man who it crushes his soul because he takes pride in the fact that he's been the one that has helped so many, and he never thought he'd be in the position to be the one who needs help, she says. Walt was also a particular source of inspiration amid the devastation. Michael Lena kept saying, wait a minute. Wait, we're supposed to be lifting you guys up. You aren't supposed to be lifting our spirits. But it was true. It was very uplifting to be in their presence, Roberts says. Strahan agrees. We left there feeling hopeful because they said, we're not going anywhere. We're going to rebuild. We want this community back. This is our legacy. They also spoke to several of the heroes who have been saving lives for the last 10 days, including Pasadena Fire Department firefighter Charlie Hawes and fire engineer Sheen Yu, both of whom lost their own homes while fighting fires elsewhere. Hawes was joined by his mother for an interview with Roberts and Strahan, which also featured firefighters Jerry and Isaac and their families along with Yu, and he had come straight from a shift to make the broadcast. To see him literally come from his shift at the firehouse to the show, because they wanted to represent all the firefighters that were out there and just show them, hey, we're going to represent all of us here on GMA, so I'm going to leave my shift and go straight to GMA on no sleep, and then go home and spend some time with my family before I go back to work. I can't imagine, Strahan says. It just goes to show that these firefighting men and women truly think about more than just themselves. Roberts adds of Hawes' mother, who was emotional at times during the broadcast. The pride she has for her son, these firefighters, I can't imagine. You're putting your life on the line to save someone else's home, while your home is burning. It was also special to get to thank their colleagues, Matt Gutman and Kana Whitworth, who have been covering the fires on the ground for over a week. It meant so much to those that have been covering this for us to be able to be there, and it meant a lot to them that we were bringing a national spotlight to it. With our Sokol Strong effort, the GMA family is showing up to help families in need. Senior executive producer Simon Swink tells POPL in a statement, we want to take our viewers into the community of Altadena, which has been ravaged by the fires, and we want to help raise money for local charities on the ground helping people get back on their feet.